So I really wanted to come and do this video because I know that I'm not the only one who's been battling with faith issues, who's been battling not only with faith issues, but whenever there is something that God is trying to get to you and you don't get it the first time or the second time, and you become confused about what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and you're distracted by so many other things, God will dry up your money. If this is happening, I think it's important that you listen up. Pay close attention. Number one, pay attention to what are you doing at this time of your suffering? What are you doing at this time of your learning? Because this is a lesson. It is always a lesson that God is trying to get to you. It is either something He's trying to heal internally within you. He's trying to get these idols out of your heart. And if you don't listen, if you don't obey and get this lesson, you're going to keep going around in circles, and it's cycle after cycle after cycle, and then your promise ends up passing you over. I don't know about you, but I don't want to miss my promise. I don't want to be like Moses, to where I get to see the promise but cannot cross over into it. I don't want to see it. I want to obtain it. I want to live in it and enjoy it. A lot of times when it comes to money, if your money's drying up, the Lord is either trying to teach you how to properly steward that money, because the money is not yours. The money is not yours. The money is God's. Not only that, what are you doing right now with your money when your money is low and you know that you have little? Are you becoming bitter? Are you allowing this certain entitlement to set in because you feel like you've been doing everything that you're supposed to do works-wise, but you're not realizing there's still parts of you that God is trying to heal? In this time, I can say that I personally get to a point where I feel like, okay, when I do get a little bit, I try to hang on to it. I try to hold on to it as if I don't have faith and believe that God is going to replace it. When you get to that point, you know that there's an issue with your faith. What God also revealed in me is that I battle with the spirit of gluttony. Scripture clearly tells us that the drunkard and the glutton will be brought to poverty. So I know personally that God had to reveal to me, okay, I told you time and time again, literally over the past year, that you are going to sell your birthright if you don't get this glutton issue under control. I tried and tried again to correct it, but the problem was I tried to correct it with my own fleshly abilities. And unfortunately, the flesh is too strong for us to rid of certain things that we know is a deep-rooted stronghold. I needed to fast. I needed to be obedient to the Lord and be willing to do whatever it was He was calling for me to do in order to get that issue under control. So now I am praying that God has not counted me off, which I know He hasn't. Right? But in our minds, we're thinking, Lord, you told me over and over and over again. But He knew. He knew that it was going to take some time for us to get it. He knew that it was going to take some time before we actually realized, okay, He's serious. If I don't get it together, I'm going to miss out. I'm not trying to miss my promise. I'm not trying to be living in lack because I don't want to be obedient to the Lord. Whatever it is that is in your heart that God is trying to bring forward is either something you've made a god of. And it's not even that I eat a lot of food. It's just the fact that when I don't need to eat certain things, because I know it is an open door for the enemy to bring high cholesterol, to bring diabetes, to bring all of these generational things into my life, I didn't have, I'm confessing, okay, that it's in the past. I did not have the willpower to say no and to not eat those things, which means I made food my God. What has God revealed to you, or what is He revealing to you that you currently have an idol in your life that is deep-rooted in your heart? That has to come out. It has to be corrected. You have to be healed and restored from that before you can walk into your completeness, so He can truly use you the way He needs to. I am speaking from experience. This is not condemnation. This is not trying to, condemn anybody, but I am trying to convict you so that you can walk correctly, so that you can walk in obedience, and so that you can listen to what the Lord is trying to get to you. Okay? If your money is drying up, you tried everything in the natural, which is not what you're supposed to be doing. Go into your prayer closet, get on your knees, and ask the Lord to reveal to you what is it that you are in error in regards to. Ask the Lord, what are my transgressions? What are my iniquities? What is it that I need to correct? And when he reveals it to you, get in line. Get in line. Don't wait.